Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry for my delay coming back. I really wanted to make a video a bit sooner, but the weather's been awful and I've been really busy. So I just wanted to give you a bit of an update. As you can see, I'm still driving the old Ami. There she is in all her glory. Still driving the old one. Citroen, where do you start? I'm still waiting for things to happen. So a bit of background. So about 6 weeks ago, I did a little video on the replacement Ami. Thank you to everybody for all your comments and views. Some comments were really interesting, but that's YouTube. But thank you so much for watching that video. And I basically rejected the car. I took it back to Citroen. They acknowledged that it wasn't good enough. They saw the photographs and they said they were really sorry, you know, this wasn't acceptable. So they were then going to arrange a third replacement for me, and they were going to get management involved. And they said, look, what we're going to do, we're going to have this Ami checked at management level. It's going to be perfect. There'll be no problems. And we'll have it shipped over. I went, okay. Because at this point I was thinking maybe it's just cancel and get my money back. So I gave them benefit of the doubt and thought, okay, I'll do that. This is about a month ago, bear in mind. So I heard nothing for 2 to 3 weeks, and I thought I'm going to really give them a call and find out what's going on. So I called the chap at the Ami team, and he was, bless him, he was like a cat caught in headlights. He was like, I said, it's Anthony about the Ami. I'm waiting for a replacement. Oh yes, we've got your replacement Ami. It's at the port. We're just waiting to, you know, do the usual things, which takes forever. I thought, right, okay. So this has been all checked. Oh yeah, it's all been checked. There'll be nothing to worry about. I said, okay, great, fine. So keep me in the loop. You know, please keep me in the loop. Let me know what's going on. He said, I will do. So phone call ended, and then I heard nothing more at all. Heard nothing. So I thought, what on earth is going on? So the couple of weeks went by, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask and see what's going on. So I called him up and I said, hi, Cole. What's the story with this Ami? And he said, well. Okay, so I said, what about the Ami that's in the port that's waiting for me, that's been checked? Oh, well, that's not available now. There's been some logistics problems, and well, we can't get that one anymore. I said, what? So why am I waiting? He said, oh, I'm just really sorry, but we've had some logistics problems and so on. I thought, bloody hell, okay. So he said, okay, well, look, don't worry, I'm gonna see if we can find another Ami for you. I'm like, look, I'm not happy about this. I just want to escalate this. I want to speak to management. I want to speak to customer service. I just want to get this over with. I just want to give this Ami back, get my money back. I just want to move on now. I've really had enough of this. He said, well, look, I'm going to just see what I can do. So anyway, so he comes back to me that day. Rarely. He came back and said, okay, look, we found another Ami for you in London. It's basically one that the customer didn't want, or you know, the order was cancelled. Although, well, that makes me feel really good. So I'll basically be getting another cast off from somebody else. I said, no, I don't want to do that. So I said, okay. I said, look, I want to speak to customer service. I want to speak to somebody. And they said, okay, well, we'll put a call through to speak to somebody at customer service. So anyway, so customer service is like a separate team with Citroen, and they said, so they called me back and said, okay, Anthony, we're sorry about the problems that you're having. It was a girl called Kate, and I'd spoke to Kate before, but I was expecting somebody more senior, really, at this point. And I said, I'm surprised it's you, Kate. I thought it was going to be somebody else. No disrespect to you. You're very nice and everything. She says, no, I'm going to be dealing with this now, and I'm going to be handling it. I said, look, Kate, I'll be blunt. I just want this finished with. I just want to give the Ami back. I want my money back. I've had enough. She said, okay, well, look, let me escalate this to senior management. And that was 2 weeks ago, heard nothing. So I had to put another call in after a couple of weeks, week and a half, and there was no response. So I then emailed, did a little follow-up, and I got an email yesterday saying Kate's on leave, or she's not in the office until the 14th. She's got a call scheduled then. So it's like nobody's in a hurry. Everything's really slow, and I just don't know what else to do now. I'm left with my old Ami that I bought way back in November, December, and I've been driving it all the time. You know, I was around the shops in it and everything, along the seafront. I've done about 1,700 miles now. When I first actually rejected this Ami, there was less than 200 miles on the clock. So you can see how long it's been. I've got no confidence anymore in the company. I've got no confidence in the product. I mean, I love this little Ami. It's great. It's a really lovely little thing. The problem with my Ami now is the seat frame squeaks quite badly when I'm driving around in it, because you've no support, so you tend to be thrown around a little bit. So the seat's squeaking a little bit. Some of the rust getting worse underneath. The leaking still occurs when the roads are wet, and it's been very wet the last month. So some water can come in through the floor here, down the bottom. Excuse the mess. And all the original niggly faults that it had, it still has, like the rattly doors and some other bits and pieces. But I'm very happy, you know, if it didn't leak, I would just hang on to it. I mean, I just would. But the Citroen dealer had it for 2 weeks and they said, we can't fix it, so you need to really send this one back to Citroen. I'm caught in this no man's land where the dealer doesn't really know what to do, and the manufacturer doesn't really care, and they don't have adequate processes in place to look after the customer. So I'm a little bit stuck. So I'm just hoping that in the next week or two I'll get a response. But I think at this point in time I probably just want to get my money back and buy a little used Zoe or something, because it's just too stressful. It really is too stressful, and I feel like I'm moaning all the time. I don't want to moan, but it's just been a really bad experience. So yeah, that's really the update. So I still have the Ami. I'm still waiting for things to happen. So I want to thank you again for watching the last video, and I will keep you up to date with what happens. And maybe by some miracle, I'll either receive a perfect, beautiful Ami with 0 problems, or I'll be fighting to get my money back. And I have a feeling this isn't going to be easy. It's the communication is so bad. It just takes a long time for things to happen. It takes weeks and weeks for things to happen. I very rarely get a phone call back. I very rarely get anywhere at all. So, wow, Stellantis, like Citroen, oh my goodness me, guys, this is really bad. I even said to the lady, I said, look, this is so bad I could go to the press. Like, this is potentially going to be the 3rd Ami I'm going to have, and I've been fighting for it from day one. So anyways, that's enough from me, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Have a good one. Take care. Bye, guys. Bye.